on the farm accounting, there's a question we took a question that was 2017. It's talking about the mixed farming, and in the mixed farm there is what they have. There is cattle. There's a section for cattle. There's a section for milk. There's a section for sheep, and there's a section for wool. So they asked us to prepare a general analysis account for the whole farm that gives analysis of its receipts and its payment. We have done that before, which we created a double column sheet that shows all the receipts of the farm and all the payments. So, but the second part of the question says we should create an analysis account for cattle and milk. Now, like I always said before, when you see in farm accounting, they ask you to prepare an analysis account of whatever, they want you to bring out the income, the cost of sales of that item or of that department, and the expenditure. When you bring them out, it will give you the contribution of that enterprise to that farm. So, what do? We bring out all the sources of income for cattle and milk. Means all the incomes, all the money they have, the cattle and milk have generated for that farm. The sales of cattle for that year is 81,300. The sales of milk is 45,600, and also the milk consumed by the family will also be included in it because it has to be accounted for. So when you put it together, it means they have a total income of 127,300. Then we come to the cost of sales to give us the gross profit. What we need to do, we need to take the opening stock of cattle, which is the closing stock of last year, and then add the purchase of cattle and minus the closing stock of cattle. So when we do that, it gives us cost of sales to be 28,700. From that, we minus it from the income, it will give us the gross profit to be 99,200. Now, we need to look for the expenditures, because the expenditures are the amount used to run the cattle and milk farm or enterprise on daily basis. So on expenditures, we look for daily wages. Daily wages are the amount of money paid for workers who took part in the milking processing. So the payment is 17,800. Then the feeds for the cattle is 19,000. Repairs of milk machine is 6,700. So when you put this together, it gives you 17,600. When you minus it from here, it gives you 61,300. So this is the general expenses. When you minus it from here, it gives you 37,900. So this is the contribution of the milk enterprise to the farm. Then we also create analysis account for sheep. We do the same thing. We take the incomes, cost of sales, expenses, and we get the contribution of the farm. So it shows that the department for sheep contributed 2.5 to the farm. So what do you do when you create the two separate accounts? You need to create a balance sheet, a profit and loss account for the entire farm. What do you do when it comes to creating the profit and loss account? You take the sources of income for the whole farm. And now for the whole farm, there are two sources of income. There is the internal source of income and there is external source of income. The internal source of income are the contribution of the enterprises within the farm, and the external source of income are the contribution, the donation, the support from the government. So we have to put them together to give us, to know the actual profit or loss for the whole farm. Now contribution from cattle is 37,900. Contribution for sheep is 2.5. The corner, which is the source of income, is 3.4. Basic payment scheme is 16,000. So when you put that, it means there's a total of 59,800 as total income or profit. Let's say income of the farm. What do? You minus general expenses. General expenses, the first category we have shared among the farm because the question demanded that the general expenses should be allocated equally for the two sections. So we have shared general expenses to the two sections and have paid it. But we have not shared light and heat. This is the cost of electricity, we have not shared it. So we have to put it as expenses in the profit and loss account. So when you minus it, it will give you 43,800. So this is the profit for the entire farm for the year 2023.